Now, let's understand the various aspects related to Google Toolkit. This is the code homepage of Google. Google has a number of areas in which it offers its development services. HAAX APIs are used to build widgets and other applets commonly found in places such as iGoogle. HAAX provides access to dynamic information using JavaScript and HTML. Android is a phone operating system development platform. Google App Engine is Google's PaaS development and deployment system for cloud computing applications. Google Apps Marketplace offers application development tools and a distribution channel for cloud-based applications. Google Web Toolkit is a set of development tools for browser-based applications. It is an open-source platform that has been used to create Google Wave and Google AdWords. It allows developers to create HAAX applications using Java or with the GWT compiler using JavaScript. Project Hosting is a project management tool for managing source code. Having identified the components of Google WebKit, let's create and deploy applications on Google infrastructure.
Google provides an extensive framework and platform to integrate your Python, PHP, or Java application so that you can integrate that with the Google Playground. To do that, let's go ahead and create a project for ourselves. For designing your application, you need to log into developers.google.com/app-engine. You will be presented with a login ID and password. Log in using your developer ID, which is the same as a Google ID, except that now you've also been able to do a developer console here. Once you've logged in, you will be choosing your platform, which basically gives you something like this, as is seen here. At this point of time, you will need to download the project subsequently. So before you start, you may want to install Python 2.7 and also the PIP 1.4 or later. This is something that you can do that even at a later stage. So for now, at this point of time, we simply go ahead and create a new project. So to do that, we go and create a new project, name the project with the project name, and of course, I have to agree to the terms and conditions. After you've done that, you need to select your project, and you can see that your project is being created and is visible in the list. Clicking on this specific project on the left-hand side will give you the various options of the project dashboard. The project dashboard basically allows you to see and deliver various options of this. So you could have an integration with Google API. In another section, you will see that we have talked about Google API. Google API is a suite of thousands and thousands of API that you can use to connect with your Google. For example, the Google Maps, the Google Twitter, the Google location, and so on and so forth. So you could enable an API for a specific one, or you could create a mobile backend starter with something like a photo feed Java example. That's a sample app. Or you could spin a computer engine, which is a virtual machine here. Basically, what Google is telling you here is to allow you to, whatever application you're developing, you can also develop it on the compute engine that it has. In case your application requires a BigQuery data, a big data, or a BigQuery, you could also have clicked on the BigQuery data. Or for simple reason, if you needed a storage environment, that you could have even cleared the storage. Anyway, once you've selected the application that you have managed here, all you need to do is you need to deploy your app. To deploying your app, you need to provide the application identifier for your application. Remember, the OAuth 2 flag is used to provide the password-free login for your app engine. This is necessary to the user who's uploading the code. The first time you use the OAuth 2, a browser page will pop up telling you that the Google App Engine wants to connect with your Google account, and obviously you have to enable it to be able to do that. Once it is done, all you need to do is to point your browser to https and your app identifier.appspot.com. This is where you will see all your applications that have been running.
With this, we have come to the end of this session in which we discussed the features of GAE and user authentication in GAE. We also learned about the components of Google WebKit and creation and deployment of applications on Google infrastructure.